Hello everyone, it's Jazz, it's the West Ham Minds channel. Before we get started, welcome to all the regular viewers and a special welcome also to anyone new watching the channel. We are 3 subscribers, 3 lovely subscribers away from hitting 2,000 subs. And once we get there, it will be a long, tiresome, most welcoming target that I have reached. And I should have done it months ago, but as you know, Jazz took a good 3, 4, 5 month break in the summer, during which we won the Europa and the channel missed out on all the fun, all the celebrations, and probably 1,000 subs to be fair. But listen, doesn't matter. Got to do what's best for you. And yeah, had a good break. Got busy in my work, bit of DIY around the house and all that. We won the cup and all that. But listen, yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Please, follow and share and things like that. Really helps the channel. But anyway, yeah, this is, that time of the year. We'll be coming up to the winter transfer window opening up shortly. And as previously mentioned, if you watch my shows, I keep mentioning that, yeah, what do I love in football? Since I've been following football, what do I love most about it? I love 2 things above other things. One is buying a striker, watching a striker, and following a strikers who score. Heroes, Cotti, Macaveni, Di Canio, all these people, Dean Ashton, etc., and buying players. That's why under Harry Redknapp, it was entertaining, it was fun. 35 people sold, 30 people coming in every season. A lot of it didn't work out, I get that, but listen, it's not my money. I just love the excitement of new players coming through the door, wearing your shirt, doing like that, all that. So I love it. I love it. That's why perhaps under David Moyes got me a bit frustrated. Mainly is about, inability to quickly find targets, get them over the line. And still going back to, listen, we're 8th in the league, we're in all the cups, away from relegation, have been under Moisey, in Europe for the 3rd season. Really good, great performance, last 2 games back to back, and a couple of people through the door doing really well. Alvarez, kudos to name a few, but still room for improvement. Still, I think you'll agree that when you look at our bench, which is virtually unused or virtually not really up to scratch in terms of changing games and things like that, and you look at players even on loan or in the youth team who don't go anywhere near the bench, there's still a lot of room for improvement. And still 50-60% of the transfers coming in, it's just not working out for them, which for me is probably maybe in and around on par with a lot of clubs. But for me, I'm just worried about my club. And when I look at sort of people like Cornet, Danny Ings, Kera, Agard, Mavropanos, a bit very early days for him. I get it. If you tally up all that money, it totals up to near 3 figures, over 3 figures by 100 million odd. It's a lot of money for the owners for not having any of these players not involved, hardly, not even a minute here and there, nothing to offer on the bench, nothing to offer in terms of supporting the first 11, nothing to offer in terms of challenging those 11. You follow Alex Ferguson model, you follow the Liverpool model of our country, these 2 clubs, high achieving clubs. What is it that they've always done? Consistently win, but then consistently always add 2 or 3 players that will be challenging those 11 without fail. That's every window, January window, summer window, right? You got to keep doing that. If you miss one window or you have an average window, it's going to affect you in the following windows, as we've seen. At the beginning of David Moyes' reign, he didn't buy hardly as much as he should have. And what's happened now is we've ended up with probably the 2nd highest, oldest team in the Premier League. And then the last 2 windows, we've had to get rid of 6-7 people, bring 7-8 in, but then because only 3 make it and 5 don't, again this summer, if you look at in June, there's going to be another 7-8 players out of a contract, which is worrying. And then also another good half a dozen or that have come in, their contract's not an issue, but it's not working out for them. They're not in the first team or anywhere near the first team. They're not in form. Nothing's going, and so you've got so much work to be done, and we cannot have those David Moyes comments like today and previous week saying We don't need a number 9. We've got Antonio. We've got Mubama. We've got Danny Ings. I don't want to hear that. You got AFCON coming up. It's a lot of issues, and that's just the up front, which I've been banging on about for ages. We'll go into a bit more, looking at our squad quickly, seeing what I think we need, and again, just wanted to explain that you've got to keep buying, and at the same time, if it's not working out for someone, you don't like them, you got to shift them out. You got to recycle that cash. And again, I say as an owner, I think Sullivan's given him more than enough money, right? But there's another 100 million plus sitting idle, not doing anything. They're scratching their balls on the bench. Get them out. Get them on loan or just sell them. You know, the wages of some of these players, it's not good. It's not good. And Moisey, AFCON's coming. We're going to lose a good set of players, right? You can't just keep running these players into the ground. We're playing a lot of games. Sooner or later, they're going to get injured or they're going to get out of form. And that's the problem. You got to keep rotating. You got to keep it fresh. And that means bringing subs on 60, 65 minutes, 70, which he doesn't do, and so forth, really. So that's kind of what I wanted to say. Let's have a look at the squad. I'm just going to share my screen with you guys if I can. I ain't done one of these in ages, mate, have I? Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Where are we? Okay, let's see if you can see that. Yep, there we go. So if you have a look at that, we'll go for it quickly, obviously. See, Fabianski's back in the team, right? Fabianski's back. I get that. But really, is that healthy? Someone his age is coming to the end. That it looks like he's probably going to stay now, which I've got no issue with, right? I mean, he was in goal for the Fulham game, right? But a lot of fans are saying it's providing more comfort for the back four with him there, that kind of thing. I don't think it's healthy. Areola, I'm 50-50 with him still. He's on a lot of wages, right? 120,000 a week. Nathan Trott, obviously Moyes doesn't fancy him. Anang was on the bench the other day. I'm not comfortable with these four. I'm not really comfortable with these four. I think we should have had a closer look at Sam Johnston, I think, who's doing well in the Premier League when he was available, and one or two other players. So for me, again, I wouldn't mind a goalkeeper coming in. Again, I think we need 3 goalkeepers that Moyes really wants to use. At the moment, there's just 2, and one's coming to the end of his career. Youth under Moisey, you really get a chance. So I don't think Trott and people like that have done anything on loan to change David Moyes' mind. This is where the issues are, ladies and gentlemen. I did do a show a number of months ago saying how poor I thought our fullbacks were generally. But listen, I know Emerson has done a great job and Kufal is not bad either. I get it. But if you have a look at this, Ben Johnson, complete waste. Left back, right back, centre back, being used left back, right back, centre back. Then dropped for 10, 15 games. And when he has played, whether that's his own fault or the way he's being managed, he's been absolutely shit. So I can only judge it by what I see. As I keep mentioning, there is a worry how he manages people not in the team in that 11. If you're not in that David Moyes 11, you're on the bench. It looks to me from the outside, you're isolated. There's nothing being done by the coaches to improve you, your morale, nothing. So even now we see Ben Rama coming as a sub, looking shittier than ever, right? So Ben Johnson, you got to ship him out. Creswell, he should have gone in summer, but due to some dilling and dallying and laziness on our part to get the replacement in and that kind of thing, and because news is coming through that we missed on that player, we nearly got that player over the line, we went to Brazil to get etc, whatever, that kind of thing. So straight away you've got money you can get back or wages saved with Cressy, Ben Johnson. Zuma, as I keep saying, he's our captain, our best defender, but he's got that knee issue that can flare up at any time, and there's no way he can play 3 games a week, right? 2, maybe, right? 1 looks good, had that bit of rest, came back against Wolves, looked good, but you need people in there. You need people in there, right? Kufal, he's over 30. He's ticking along all right, but I would like to see 2 people in every position fighting for it that the manager likes. So I would like to see a right back competing with Kufal, a younger right back out there, right? For me, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Mavropanos, for me, I didn't really think this was going to work out in terms of threatening the first 11. He's cost 17, 18 million. I'm not seeing nothing from him. I mean, a couple of the games in Europa and certainly at Wolves didn't even threaten him really, so you can't see how good he is. But when he is threatened, I mean, even when he isn't threatened, Crystal Palace, that was a terrible mistake to be made. That's 2 points we lost. I'm not sure about Mavropanos, right? Really worried about him. Oggy, he's apparently got another 1-year extension on the same wages, £70,000 a week, which is not good. You can already say it's not going to work out. Kehrer hasn't worked out. Complete dreadful player. He came on for the last few minutes of the Wolves game and he got yellow card. Absolute bullshit. Again, we're talking about 10, 15, 20 millions there on each player. Agard is double that. He's 30 million plus. For me, he's shit. He can't mark. He ain't got a Scooby, mate. I'm telling you. You play half decent team. You run at West Ham's defence. You don't know what he's doing, mate. You don't know what he's doing. Going to go to the AFCONs. And Emerson's been the best player out of all these, and perhaps he's in the running to be Hammer of the Year so far. Rui surprised me, but really had a good run in the team, and it's benefited him. And he likes the full back position. He can probably play wing back as well. So hats off to him. But all of those, yeah, Zuma, Kafal, Kehrer, but all three, 2 of those 3 are over 30 years old, and 1 is approaching their late 20s, right? You can see we need a goalkeeper sooner or later. If he's not going to go with Areola consistently, you can see the problems already. And this is after Moyes has been in charge for 8, 9, 10 transfer windows, everyone. Let's go to the midfield. Ward-Prowse. Where's he gone? Ward-Prowse is okay. Wasn't cheap, but good to get him on board. If Southampton stayed in the Premiership, would have been hard to sign him. The only problem, again, we're trying to bring the age down of the squad. He's 30 already and 31 soon, if not already. But listen, the main thing is, thank God, Moyes uses him, likes him. For now, that's good enough for me. And he's all right. He's all right. For now, it's complete waste. It's just finished for him. We don't even know what position is. For me, I don't even know. He's a bit like a Joe Cole type. He's not a CDM. He's not a winger. I don't know what he is. He plays in the hole behind the strikers, does he? That position rarely exists these days because that's only for number 10, which I don't think he is. So was a good lad, but listen, there's money going down the drain. I think they've signed him up for another year to stop him from going on a free transfer. Again, I wouldn't mind him. Paqueta, whatever happens, he stays. He's becoming a world-class player. Really, really good. Can play as a CDM. Can even fill in the gap as a number 10, as you've seen. So again, mainstream player, and we can probably easily make a big profit on him if Man City or clubs of that stature come calling. Glyn Downs, doing well at Southampton. Looks like that's his level. What I've seen him in the Premiership, not too sure. But again, it's another player who came in for 10, 11 million, I think it was, and he's on loan at Southampton. So, yeah, for me, let's see how he does at the end of the season. Let's see what Southampton want to do. If they come back up, they probably want to make it permanent. We might get our money back and more, or we might have a new manager who want to have another look at him. So it's kind of sitting on the fence with Downs at the moment. Kudus, again, a great success. Already looking like the stars of the Premiership. Lucky Chelsea didn't sign him. Lucky the Brighton move collapsed for him. But looks like the man can play in 1 or 2 positions behind the main striker, including helping out with Bowen and in and out as a striker. Yeah, play with both foot, like I said on that Wolves sort of review. Left-footed, right-footed. Complements Bowen. Very, very similar players. And yeah, they can interchange positions. Got a pace on him. Got everything on him. Trickery. Great finish. Good player. Well done West Ham scouts on getting him over the line. Cornet is the one. I think there's a player in there. I'm going to stick to my guns. When he came in with Scamacca, alongside Scamacca, I was very excited for them too. And I'll still stick to my guns and I think Scamacca's a half decent player. I was looking the other week. I think he's got 5 goals in 10 for Atlanta. What more can he ask for? He's probably going to be one of the main Italy strikers in the next couple of years. So I don't know what's going on there. Cornet, I don't know what's happened here. It's very, very odd. The man came from Burnley, exciting player, makes things happen. Few games he got in Europa with Scamacca last season. I thought he looked exciting. Yeah, he nearly banged a goal at Chelsea, if you remember. Got called off, unfortunately. Yeah, can play on the left wing. We don't really have a player playing that left side. Paqueta plays there sometimes. I think a lot of you are not sure about that. So Cornet, yeah, left wing, one or two strikers up front. He can even play with Danny Ings up front together if you really wanted to try things. As an example, he can even play left wing back if you want to give Emerson a rest. Just got to be inventive and see what you can, what you can't do. So Cornet for me looks like he probably hasn't got a future under Moyes. Doesn't not even get 60 seconds. I think there's a player in there like Scamacca. Alvarez, again, well done the scouts. 30 odd million, very stable player. Again, a mainstay of the team already. A no nonsense CDM, sits in front of the back four, keeps it simple, gets his foot in, stops play, keeps the ball moving to the more kind of assertive, more exciting kind of players that we got in the team. So again, I think he's going to be cool. Souček, I think I wouldn't play him every single game, Souček. A part of the squad I'm fine with. I think he's a good lad, good engine on him, good injury-free record. I'd keep him in there. He can play a lot of games for us. It's a long season. I wouldn't put him in game in, game out, which I'll explain a bit later. I think there's a position for him now and again, but not in the same team as Alvarez, Paqueta, Ward-Prowse, all those people. Then I think you kind of killing the CDM area a bit. Connor Coventry, I don't know what to say. He's another player just not being used. He's on the kind of payroll. Just weird what Moyes thinks of him and what Connor Coventry thinks of his future at West Ham. You're just never going to get in. So I don't know. Either he's going to ask for a move or they're going to have to do something with him. But I don't know what to say. I've not seen enough of him really. Attackers, this is again for me with the defence becoming a bit of an issue. Antonio's 33. I think he's been bang average for the last 2 seasons. I think he can't hold it up. And he's just one trick pony, I think. He hasn't got the skill and other sort of attributes that Bowen and Kudos has got. So for me, I'm hoping we don't give him another. I think we have bumped his up wages and given him another year. I'm not sure. But we shouldn't be relying on him as our main striker, put it that way. I think there's a future for him for the next couple of years as a sub alongside Souček, and also use him as a striker if we're really stuck. But we should have 2 main strikers that are strikers, and if something happens to them, then he can come in. If not, then in the 4-2-3-1, I see Antonio battling with Kudos and Bowen and Paqueta for that 3 position behind the main striker. Really, that's where I see it. Really, Danny Ings had no problem him coming in if you had a plan for him to play 2 up front. If you didn't, even an amateur like me and you, it's a complete waste for him. Complete waste of salary, waste for us and for him. He's been busy having his hair transplant done. That's the best thing I've seen him done since he's been out of club. Looks great. But really, sometimes some of these things, like I said, we've done, it's mind-boggling. So got to move him on. Jarrod Bowen, the man just get better and better every game. I was super shocked and super surprised, and at the same time, very, very happy that he signed and committed his long-term future to West Ham. Very, very surprised that we still got players like him in the modern game who are not really greedy, very intelligent, down to earth, got a young family. Looks like he's grounded with good support system around him, good advice, and he took it. And he believes in the project. He believes in what's happening in West Ham is good. And he's happy to stay in London with us, and good for that, good for him. And he's in and around the England squad, helps us out a lot up front, does so many things, largely injury free. His goal record I heard was matching or even went above Ollie Watkins even a week ago when I was looking at the stats. Long may it carry on, Mr. Bowen. You are fantastic. Benrahma, very, very frustrating spell at West Ham for him since Brentford. Wasn't cheap, cost us over 20 million. And 3-4 million in that loan fee, if you remember. I think he's got to be moved on. I think it's got so bad, I've heard that he might not even be going to the AFCON, that Algeria they're not going to pick him for the squad. So even as a sub, he just flatters to deceive, always makes the wrong decision passing. Most of his shots go over the bar. He just hasn't got it. I think the Championship could be a good level for him, or something a bit around the bottom. I think one of those clubs, I don't know, but certainly not for a club, our club, which should be thinking and acting like top 4, top 6 team, in my opinion. Well, top 6 anyway. So again, recycle the cash, moving on. Mubama, so many situations this season we could have used this man in, and we didn't. Very, very underused. It's not good. There's still a contract that's not been signed, which is worrying. We're losing so many academy people, and the club have really got to pull their finger out and work with the manager and put pressure on Moyes to really, really, yeah, use this man. Because the last thing I'd want to do is, because of David Moyes, that we lose him, and then Moyes leaves in June, and he carves out a half good career. I get it that the other lads that left recently, nothing's happened for them, but Mubama's a bit different. I didn't really rate any of the others. I was having a go at them because I thought it's disrespectful to West Ham to be with the club since you were 13, 14, have no patience, want £60,000 a week contract, and then you fuck off to Newcastle or Liverpool. I find that fucking disgraceful. And if that's their attitude, they can piss off. Mubama, as you've seen, there's definitely something in there. And there's no way I want to lose this player to one of those greedy clubs anyway, really. So that's kind of that. Hang on a minute. Let me just stop sharing. Where are we gone? There we go. I'm back in now. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, really, in terms of, you can see, first 11, even at the first 11, there's only 5-6 players that we can use during the club. The other 6 players, they're not really going to get a regular slot in there. And again, that's a bit of a waste. I want the first 11 obviously good, most of them, at least 7 of them, and then the bench really good as well. We haven't got a bench. We got not really that many youth players threatening to come onto the bench or play in Europa and things like that. And out of those first 11, I'm concerned about Agard. I'm concerned about the goalkeeper situation long term. I am concerned that we've got no striker up front. I'm concerned that Souček perhaps shouldn't play every single game if you're that ambitious top 6 club. So again, there's a lot of things that need fixing, really. So at least we got that out of the way. What players do we need? What positions do we need? You've already seen. I think we need to look at people at left back, right back, centre half, left winger, number 10, striker. In my ideal picture, as an ambitious West Ham owner, West Ham manager, what I would be looking to do is get a number 10 in. Examples, you got the guy, let me just bring his stats up a minute. You got Serhou Guirassy, who plays for Guinea, I think, and Stuttgart. He's got 16 goals in 13 matches, and then he got 11 in 22 last season. He's 27 years old, and from the footage, what I've seen, you can see he's here on my thumbnail on the left next to Solanke. Someone like him, proper striker, all action, runs in late into the box, can hold it up, can finish with both feet. He's got all the attributes. So for me, we should be looking at a striker like him, who is a striker, that DNA of a striker I keep banging on about. The people who have that striker movement off the ball, with the ball, going down the channels. It'll help out the creative players like Paqueta to pick him out. At the moment, more often than not, I know we did it at Wolves, but more often than not, we don't really have that intelligent off the ball running up front. And that means we do a lot of stop-start because there's no one making those moves. You watch Watkins, you watch Solanke, striker. Solanke's finished the other day, that back heel. Wow, that's what lifts the crowd, lifts the children around the ground, the new heroes, watching a striker move. Near post, far post, anticipates a cross before he gets in there. You've seen a goal, Nunes, when he got in between Agard and Zuma at Anfield. That's a striker. I know he's up and down a lot as well, but you're never going to get that movement from Antonio. Right, you're not going to get it, right? So I'm looking for a proper number 9, number 10, whatever you call it. I'll call it number 9 anyway, right? And that frees up Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, Antonio, 4 of them as an example to fill in those 3 positions behind the main striker in a 4-2-3-1. I mean, a lot of you don't want Paqueta on the left side. So let's look for a left winger then, if you're not going to play Cornet, right? So we've got the striker. Look for a left winger who plays with Kudus and Bowen. So I think Kudus and Bowen will interchange in the middle or on the right. What I would like to see, because they're very similar, I think what I would actually do, I'll probably take that back actually, and save some money. What I would do is, between Kudus and Bowen, put one of them on the left wing, because they're both footed. Put one of them on the left wing, one of them on the right, and then I think I like a number 10 like Maddison in the middle. So proper striker, a Maddison type number 10, Bowen and Kudus either side of them, and then Paqueta and Alvarez as CDMs. I don't think Moyes is that open to having that much creativity, that much technical skill on the pitch. He likes a lot of players that just run and run. I just want to put my point of view across. And I get it, we might not have that much. muscle power or tackling ability with just Alvarez in there and Paqueta, but let's see how it goes. Because like I said, keep Souček on the bench and we can mix it up a bit, right? That's what it's all about. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm not that confident in our defence. I think, yeah, striker, number 10, left back, right back, or centre half. You know, if you can fill any of those positions with people that are ready to hopefully hit the ground running and threaten those 11, that's what we need to keep moving upwards. It's a long season. We can see that even with this squad, we're kind of up there, thereabouts. But imagine if this squad could be helped even more. That means a strong bench that will help. Come on after 60 minutes. Change formations. That's what we need to do. These are the things that Moyes is failing on. It doesn't utilise the full squad. Doesn't rotate. Doesn't change formations. In-game management. That kind of thing. You can see where I'm kind of coming from, really. That's kind of what my feelings are. Yeah, I like Guirassy. Dominic Solanke, if I have a look at his stats, everyone got a lot of time for him. It took him a long time to settle at Bournemouth. Eddie Howe bought him from Liverpool, I think, if I'm right. I could be wrong. I think it's from Liverpool. And he struggled for a couple of years. I mean, age-wise, I don't think he's that old. I think he's, 26? 26 only 3 months ago, everyone. The other one is 27 years old, 18-16, everyone, 16-33, 29-46 in the Championship. I get it. But again, it's a striker. I like Broja. Broja's got a really serious injury. He keeps breaking down, so I don't know what's going to happen there. But you get my drift, right? So for me, stick with 4-2-3-1 for now. I'm a 4-4-2 man, but we'll talk about it in another show. Let's keep it simple. Keep the same formation. And then, yeah, let's get younger people in, better people in around the goalkeeper position. Left back, right back, centre half. Yeah, number 10, proper striker. Yeah, left wing, I think we could solve that the way I mentioned. Bowen Kudus, left and right wing. Maddison type in the middle. Striker, oh, we're going to look good. Imagine even Paqueta. So you kind of got two number 10s. You got mini number 10 stroke CDM in Paqueta. Then a proper number 10 ahead of him. Creativity's there because you got pace there, Bowen Kudus on the bench, on the wing, sorry, and hopefully pacey forward. But the only drawback, and we'll monitor it, like you said, is that do we have enough physical power and tackling ability in that middle two between Paqueta and Alvarez? But I think Bowen's very good at tracking back. I think Kudus will get there as well. And yeah, we need a stronger back four really to stand up for itself instead of relying on the four to just keep dropping back and helping them. That's another thing, is because we've more often than not have a mediocre back four, Moyes is always afraid to expose them. Rightly so, you saw at Fulham. So but the wingers are always do more defending than attacking, which naturally as a fan I don't like. But listen, put it in your comments what you think. This is my thinking in terms of why the squad in a large way ain't good enough. A lot of players need to be recycle the cash and bring in fresh players. And then I'll explain what I think we need in terms of positions and personnel. What I will do from tomorrow, we'll start looking into the gossips and seeing who's out there, who you're being linked with, and then I'll go into the attributes daily and that kind of thing, really. So listen, that's it for me. I've been waffling for nearly about half an hour. I need to get back to work and let you guys get back to work. And yeah, we'll catch up in the up and coming days. Keep subscribing. I need 3 people. Knock on a neighbour's door. Tell them to subscribe to Jazz West Ham Irons channel. God bless you all. Have a lovely, lovely day. What's left of it? A couple of hours of daylight, I think. But anyway, take care. Mr. Moyes, Mr. Sullivan, work together with a sporting director. Let's get a striker in.